finished yet. In fact, we've got 105 laps to go.
Speaking of Elliott, here he comes back. Jimmy Spencer passed him just a couple of laps ago. Now Elliott trying to get back by Spencer.
Since Jimmy Spencer and Bobby Allison teamed up in this car at Charlotte, they have had a 4th, an 11th, a 5th, and currently Jimmy Spencer is running in 3rd position. Being pursued by Bill Elliott.
If you tuned in the Busch Grand National race from Hickory last week and you saw Jimmy Spencer bump Joe Nemechek, everyone thought it was deliberate. I talked to Spencer about that, not on tape, but I talked to him about it. He said, I would never be that stupid. I like the boy. He said there was a car coming down pit road. Honest to God, I thought the guy was coming on the racetrack, so I went up in the middle of the racetrack.
Here's a field snapshot as you watch for your favorite driver and use the clock to tell how far behind the leader he is running on the racetrack. We started the clock when the leader, Alan Kowicki, tripped the line. Completing the lap in 31.9 seconds. Now I have trouble adding and subtracting. Let me see if I can figure that out in my head to how fast he's going. Let's carry them. 171.7 miles an hour, Benny, on that lap.
Thank you, Kenny Martin.
And Elliott has passed Jimmy Spencer and gone to 3rd. Here's how it happened.
Going down the back straightaway, has position on the inside, goes in the corner, and Spencer graciously backs up, lets him take the spot away.
I believe this set of tires might have been a little bit tight on Elliott's car. Now that they're getting heated up, it seems to be coming back in a little bit.
Elliott is in 3rd. Kowicki is the leader. Davey Allison running 7th. As the points battle has boiled down to these 3 drivers, Mark Martin is already out of the race if you're just joining us. And Richard Petty also retired from competition, and not the way he wanted to. He was involved in a crash. He's okay, but out of his last Winston Cup race. Back in just a moment.
Tell you what, guys, this is exciting stuff.
All right. Yep, I got you. Oh. What is the deal with you and headsets? Yep. Yep.
Hello. How's my headset? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Dennis, my headset okay? Coming in the pits unscheduled.
To Atlanta Motor Speedway, where Alan Kowicki in the Hooters Ford leads the Hooters 500, and the average speed of the race at this point is a little over 131 miles an hour. Bill Elliott is on the move. He has taken over 2nd place from Ernie Irvan.
Had 2 of the front running cars and made pit stops. Jimmy Spencer just came in. Looked like he just topped the gas tank off. That doesn't make sense.
What was that all about?
I don't know. And Sterling Marlin was just in. They changed tires on his car.
All kinds of interesting things going on here. And it has been an interesting race to this point. It got off on a very bad note because as they completed lap number 1, we had the first crash of the race. It involved Brett Bodine in number 26 and the pole sitter Rick Mast. Bodine with hard contact on the outside wall. Hut Strickland came along and hit Brett very, very hard. Both of those 2 drivers have been sent to a local hospital. During the fracas, it was Hut Strickland who hit the left rear of Davey Allison's car, upsetting the car somewhat. However, Davey has not let it bother him too much. Then later in the race, another multi-car tangle as Dick Trickle and Ken Schrader came down. Also involved Darrell Waltrip, Wally Dallenbach Jr., and King Richard Petty. You can see flames from a car in the middle of the straightaway. He took the car down to the inside of the racetrack and in fact parked it near a fire truck. But Richard Petty ended the final race of his 35-year career in that way. Richard was not injured, but it was a spectacular way to end a long and illustrious career. And this is how it looked from Richard Petty's perspective. He hit Rich Bickle in the back end, also made contact with another car, and then the flames became evident from the left front of the race car.
Get ready to fire! Bring the fire extinguisher!
Richard Petty directing the fire extinguishers. And now we move to more recent activity as Alan Kulwicki was able to pass Bill Elliott just a few laps ago and take the lead of the Hooters 500. And that's the situation as we speak. Alan Kulwicki is in front. Bill Elliott is running second, and Ernie Irvin is running in third position.
And there's a live shot of Alan Kulwicki down in turns 1 and 2, next in turn 2. He's doing everything he can to win a championship. Davey Allison, meanwhile, doing everything he can to protect his championship. Allison has now worked his way up to 6th spot.
And those 2 incidents that you mentioned, namely the pit stops by Spencer and Sterling Marlin, actually helped Davey.
Oh yeah, moving up 2 position. That's 10 points.
There's Bill Elliott.
Actually, I think it'd be 9 points from where he was, but definitely helped.
There's Elliott trying his best to do all he can do. He has led the most laps of anyone.
Looking for the 28 car. There he is. Just ahead of Ricky Rudd.
Past Rudd, and Rudd did fix his power steering problem the last time.
Yeah, they had the hood up on the Tide Chevrolet, and they did make some repairs. Let's find out why Jimmy Spencer came in for some gas, John.
Complicated than that, Bob. He came down on pit road because there was a big piece of paper stuck to the grill and the engine was overheating. He may have stayed out a little bit too long because the crew just told me that they think the motor's about to blow. And also Sterling Marlin changed 4 tires. He apparently felt like he had one going down.
That's the update on the 12 car. Sterling Marlin, as mentioned, also came in for an unscheduled pit stops, and both of those came just 30 laps after their regularly scheduled pit stops. We may be a little premature in telling you that Richard Petty is out of the race because they're working on the car. Hopefully he'll be on the track when the checkered flag drops. If points were awarded right now, Davey Allison would be champion, Kulwicki second, and Bill Elliott third. Yellow? Yes, they do. Yellow is out. He dumped it big time.
Who?
Bobby.
Oh.
Yes? Yeah. Oh, okay, good.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey, guys, the thing with Ricky Rudd They have tried to find different relief drivers for him, but on that last caution period, they were able to put the new belt on.
Okay,
They got
good.
the power steering fixed. They got Mark Martin